one of the issues I was asked to talk about just briefly, we have two terrific faculty members, Wayne Sharomer and Scott Miller here, who will talk a little bit more about that, is, what is the difference between science and engineering? And personally, my own career has sort of bridged that gap. I've never actually felt as though I had to be either one of them. And that's been a bit of a tightrope walk. But let me try to sort of talk a little bit about that. Most of the time, of course, a freshman coming into a college of engineering, more or less any university, will do a lot of physics, chemistry, and the thing they hate most is mathematics. They also have to do English and general studies, etc. So one of the big problems we have, which we're trying to deal with, is the fact that many of the students see that in their first 2 years and say, well, we still don't know what engineering is. So in the last sort of decade, there's been a lot more effort put into bringing engineering further down the curriculum chain. And has anybody sort of been reading what's happening in Massachusetts? And in Massachusetts, you actually have to graduate with some knowledge of engineering. It's actually in the curriculum. That's how much they actually feel about the importance of engineering for Massachusetts. I think Texas is starting to go down that road as well. That happened because a former dean of engineering at Tufts University felt so impassioned about the need for engineering, not only in the university but in the K-12 curriculum, that he pushed for that, became a very vocal member of the Department of Education. He is now the director of the Museum of Science in Boston, one of the preeminent science museums in the world. So, maybe that's the vision, or at least from the College of Engineering, that's the vision. So what did it say at some very low level, what is engineering? So say I had guinea pigs when I don't know why you have guinea pigs here in Hawaii, but as a kid growing up in the UK, we had guinea pigs. So an engineering problem might be the following. You're given some pieces of wood. So, and wood comes in, you've been to Home Depot, it comes in these long strips. And you're given some mesh, and you're given a bit of plywood. And the question is, how big can you make your guinea pig pen? And make it. So that's what you start with, some pieces of wood, some mesh. So not only are you asked, make a pen, which already is an interesting issue, it's also got this interesting question, how big can you make it? It's an optimization problem around the building problem. So that, in essence, is an engineering problem. It's make something with a goal. In this case, how big can you make it? So, in a sense, that's what the difference between engineering and science. So at a formal level, science is about analyzing. It's about measuring. It's about understanding. Engineering is about synthesizing. It's about making. Yeah? It's about constructing. It's about designing. And this word design is the word that our faculty love to play with and try to help the students understand, because in a sense, design is the differentiator between the two areas. So, in a nutshell, that's what today is about. I'm going to leave it to my terrific faculty here who just love love this stuff. But actually both of them have specific, what I would say, specific interests in actually this type of work. And so these are really good folks. There's over 50 of you here. I hope next year we're going to see over 100. But I truly believe that's what we're trying to do. This is what we've been doing for a number of years in the college, trying to understand how to reach out into all the schools. I mean, the vision for us and our legislative backers is that, in a sense, this is in all the schools in Hawaii. Certainly all the middle schools. Whether we go up or down, I think, is another question. So you're part of, hopefully, what we see as a grand plan, as part of economic development, as part of the grand picture that you all know about. But thank you for being here today, and hopefully you enjoy it, and if you don't, just email. Peter.Crouch at hawaii.edu.